So, I'm sitting on the couch this morning, minding my own business. My girlfriend's getting ready for work. I'm chilling. Got a more Pegasus video going on in the background. When, out of nowhere, on that video, I hear probably one of the craziest things I've heard this year. Hasan compared himself to Superman.
His involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass, causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I just saw like a lot of what I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is like to influence others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling, but also doing, no matter what the repercussions are. And I think that was what was great. Like, he is an inspirational figure, not just inspirational towards human beings, but also towards metahumans and people who are powerful themselves. Like, sometimes it's okay to do good.
Hasan just does good. That's the This isn't going to be one of my main points, but let's just go ahead and side note. Superman's got this thing called self-awareness. Sorry, everyone, I promise. I wasn't laughing really the first time. First time I saw that, I was pretty angry, but that last part's starting to get me. But yeah, I think it would be good to look at who Superman is as a character, to get things started at least, and then we can get into why Hasan doesn't fit that bill to me, and in a lot of ways fits a little different bill, if you will. So my knowledge of Superman mostly comes from, not that. Yep, there was this little show called Smallville, and I loved it. It inspired me in a lot of ways to be the man I am today, to do good just for the sake of doing good, and to help others just because that's who I want to be as a person. You see, part of what makes Superman so great is he gives us something to strive towards. And in my opinion, what made Smallville so great was that we got to learn how Superman became who he was. And I'll go ahead and give you one spoiler. It was his parents. He had great parents. But beyond that, let's get into who is Superman.
Point 1. All life is sacred. At his core, Superman believes all life is sacred and that any and every person is capable of change to be a better person. To Hasan's credit, he did understand Superman as a symbol of hope. What is that hope? Superman's hope is that regardless of any immutable characteristics or even who you have been in the past, you as a human being have the ability to change and the willpower to do what is right, even when doing what is right isn't necessarily what's easy.
If you think I'll just go to jail and rot, you're living in a dream world!
Good. Dreams save us. Dreams lift us up and transform us into something better. And on my soul, I swear that until my dream of a world where dignity, honor, and justice are the reality we all share, I'll never stop fighting. Ever.
Hasan, were he to ever watch this, is probably thinking to himself, yes, and I advocate for the lives of millions of Palestinians, majority of which are women and children. And I won't take any of that from him. I mean, you could say he supports a lot more than just the Palestinians. He supports terrorist groups?
You said Ethan's words can make him seem pro-Zionist and that he should be more thoughtful, but when he pointed out that your language can come off as supportive of terrorism, why not just admit that you're careless sometimes too to his fans? It made you look like you can't admit fault. I have no problem with the Houthis. Yeah, because I don't. What do you mean? If you think I'm a terrorism supporter for that reason, then yeah, I'm a fucking terrorism supporter. What are you talking about?
And by doing so has done more damage to the Palestinian people by conflating them with terrorist groups. But for the sake of this argument, we'll go ahead and give that to him. Instead, I would rather point to the fact that he doesn't always view all life as sacred. You see, Hassan has shown a propensity to dehumanize.
This dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlement.
Justify murder.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Oh, and he said America deserved 9/11.
Insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
We're there to part.
Lois Lane, say hello to Clark Kent.
Point 2. Humility. You see, yes, Superman always tries to do what is right. But the key word there is tries, because Superman would be the first to tell you he doesn't always know what is right. Superman, or really Clark Kent, while having a good, strong sense of good and evil, right and wrong, realizes when it comes to most situations, there is a lot more gray. I mean, why do you think so many evil villain plans, not only for Superman, but for most heroes, revolve around Superman choosing between saving a loved one and saving multiple strangers? Of course, it's to primarily denigrate Superman's name, but it's also to point out Superman's true weakness. No matter how fast he flies, he can't be two places at once. A humbling reality, no doubt. That's not to mention the fact that Superman has super hearing and hears everyone ever that cries out to him for help. And even if he wanted to try and help every one of them, he still couldn't. Hassan, on the other hand, struggles a bit with humility.
His involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass, causes others to also take action.
You see, for Hassan is the arbiter of right and wrong. At this point, if he does something because he's the one doing it, then that thing is okay. And if people he likes are doing something, that must be okay.
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way, just so you know. These fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah.
Do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you... Look, you think I made this?
Isn't I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
Which leads me well into my third point. And we're going to actually start with Hassan on this one. A sense of justice / a moral compass. Now, I'm not going to say Hassan doesn't have a moral compass. As a matter of fact, I think he does. The issue, though, is that the North Pole for his moral compass is a cruise line guided by an audience he gained by promoting terrorist propaganda, selling from one out-of-touch, Californicated port of debauchery to another, leading him on a quest of constant hypocrisy, arrogance, and delusion. He constantly has to flip-flop.
Hassan flips harder than a fucking coin.
Deflect.
Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks. You think it justifies genocide? Too pro-Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening.
And distract.
Because you know what One Piece is?
طفولة وأنا أشاهد ون بيس لوفي.
Is it Lofi?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
All to avoid the reality that his basic logic at this point boils down to terrorist groups and the countries that use them as proxies equals good. And Israel and anyone who is even associated with Israel equals evil. In layman's terms, he's audience captured. And if you ever looked at his chat for more than a minute, you would realize how truly terrifying that is. Superman, on the other hand, has a moral compass that always points to true north, the true north of justice in this instance. That true north was instilled in him by Jonathan and Martha Kent, his parents.
Clark, when people are scared, they have a tendency to hop on a bandwagon before they see who's driving it. But when they wise up, and believe me, they will, what matters is that you'll be there for them, leading by example, just like always. Truth, justice, and the American way. It ain't broke, so don't fix it.
They instill a strong sense of morality in Superman, and at least through Smallville, they do it by being a constant good influence. Superman's compass comes from his upbringing, while Hassan's compass comes from his fame. Well, that's Superman to me, and why Hassan is the furthest thing from him. But that reminds me, I was supposed to tell you who Hassan does remind me of. Let's see. A Nepo baby who is clearly compensating for the fear of never making it out of their father's shadow. So to compensate, they constantly seek the validation of others around them. You know, their insecurities kind of determine who they are as a person. Dang, who does that remind me of? Well, maybe if Hassan laid off the adrenochrome and TRT, it might just come to me.